am so glad that you're back to my channel. My name is You Kheiston. Yes, my channel is My Story. Hashtag I am a storyteller. My story is a liberation movement. So if this is your very first time stopping by, you clicked on my channel, it was something about my hair, my tassel earrings, the title in itself. I am truly grateful and welcome to my story. Today you are actually going to experience a story from one of my closest, dearest sisters. Her name is Kheiston, and I'm so geeked because she's really going to give it to you raw today. She's really going to let you know about things in her life that impacted and affected her. Kheiston shared a snippet about her life in college and how her life was completely transformed, all because someone also shared their story. My story is a liberation movement. It gives you an opportunity to share those very things that try to hold you down and count you out. I truly believe that you are all things and more, but story time is here. Story time.
Hey guys, so my name is Kheiston Rose Tilford, and I am a storyteller. My story is unique. It is vibrant, it's bright, and it shows God's grace and mercy. So basically what my story is, God has really just been a moving force in my life for about 5 years now. And he's really changed me from the inside out, like a complete 360, you know? Back in college when I came to know Christ, before I came to know him and became who I am today, I was really bound by sin. Like in the club, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, like all the time, like a party girl, like real deal. Smoking, in stupid relationships, doing crazy stuff. But God has really transformed my life and transformed who I am and the person that I am, and really has made me into an entirely new person. Like if you would have known me in high school and college, you cannot say that I'm the same person because of how God has transformed my life and made my story what it is today. He's just made me completely new. And before, I was really just not myself. I was real bougie. I'm still kind of bougie, but I was real bougie. I was just very prideful, very just not a cool person to be around. I mean, I wouldn't want to be around me. Like, you know, I was into materialistic things. I was into like partying, drinking, smoking, and doing all these things that are not influential, these things that are not encouraging to other people or inspiring in any area. But I'm thankful, you know, I'm thankful for God's sovereign grace and how he's really just transformed me into a new person, and how he's really done it in such a short period of time and made me the woman of God that I am today. And my high would have to be when I got saved. Like, I feel like that's always a high. It's the most important thing, so it's always going to be a high in your life. You know, the day that you get saved, it's always going to be very important. It's going to be always life transforming. And I was always a Christian. Like, I was been in the church my whole entire life, but when I actually got a relationship with Christ is when I would say that I've been saved since then, which was about 4 to 5 years ago. But like I said, I've always been in the church, but I never really had a relationship with Christ, so I wasn't really a Christian this entire time. Yeah, and I was still like bound by sin. Like I didn't, you know, I knew who God was, I knew who Jesus was, but I wasn't really acting in the manner that I should have been, or allowing him to really come in and influence my life like he should have. So I would say that my high would be getting saved. My low in my life, well, in this walk would be, I guess, loneliness. I feel like we all struggle with this being lonely. Like, I feel like this walk is hard. It gets hard often. And I feel like that's a struggle that we all have to go through when we're trying to transition in life, or when we're moving from place to place, or when God just has us in a season where we're just by ourselves. And you can be lonely and be around people. Like, I don't think people really realize that. Like, you can have like a celebrity, like they can have hundreds and thousands of people screaming their names and liking them and doing this or that, but they still feel empty because there's certain voids that can only be filled by Christ. So sometimes God has to show us, where we're trying to put voids at and what we're doing in our lives that are really trying to be fillers. And so often I do struggle with that. Like, and that's one of my lows, I would say. And I'm still trying to overcome that daily. Like, it's a struggle sometimes. And I feel like it's something that we all have to go through. So I just want to encourage you guys, share your story. You don't know who's going to be saved. You don't know who's going to be transformed by your story. You're powerful, you're amazing, you're inspiring to someone. If you touch one person, you've done your job in this thing called life. And so share your story, no matter who likes it, who doesn't, and be you at all times. My name is Kheiston Tilford, and I am a storyteller. Bye. So I mentioned something in this part of the video, and I want to go back and clarify. So the aspect of like just being a Christian and being lonely, like, yeah, there are certain seasons where you're extremely like just hidden, you're by yourselves, but then God will allow people to be in your atmosphere, your space after so long, or he'll put the right people in your space, and people who actually are influential, who are going to benefit your life, and you're going to benefit from having them in your life. And so I just wanted to clarify that. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys about I want to go dive deeper into how my transformation started and how I got saved. So I found this lady on Instagram. One of my friends introduced me to her, and then I was like, she seems like she's really encouraging, really cool. And so she had an opportunity where she was starting women's groups, and I was like, we should start one on my campus. So we ended up starting a group, whatever, and it really inspired me to really just clean myself up and get myself together in multiple aspects and multiple areas of my life. And then God started to do a work in me. I started to go to church regularly. I started to hang around people who were like-minded. I started to really just walk into this new life differently and really see things with a different perspective and a different light. And it really just transformed who I was as a person, and continued to continue the work that God had already begun in me. And that's how I got saved, and that's who I am.